What's up, guys? I'm back with another tip on how to save money. This one's a little different because you actually have to spend some money to save some money. Just kind of counterproductive, but you know, if you're going to buy something and you have a lot of stubble, a lot of beard, a lot of things to trim. I used to have a Remington and it used to break all the time. It was cheaper, but I researched this and found that it's pretty awesome. I've had this one for 3 years. It's a Braun Series 7, and it's got the cleaning fluid, and so it can self-clean. But there's a couple tips that I wanted to tell you guys about when you buy this, how to keep it like in really good condition, but also you don't have to spend that much money. This one I've had for 3 years and 4 months. So you'll get an actual for real review of someone who's been using it. I use it every day. This is the same head that I bought that's 3 years old. I had to replace the other one on the Remington like a few times. It's never cut me, never scratched me. Some of the other ones, the last one I had, it would break, the foil thing would break, and it actually drew blood like a few times. The other good thing about this is I read on the, I'm going to link it in the description below, but there's somebody told me that you can, or I read online that you can use these only every once in a while. If you leave this thing open, you know, you put it in there, you press it down, you leave it in there, it will evaporate. So what I do is I use it maybe every 3 days, and I have, as you can see with my arms, yeah, I have a lot of hair, so a lot of hair on my face. So what I do is I'll show it to you. I stick it in there, run it, and you push it down, run it, and then when I'm done, I take it out, cap it, and I just leave it in there. I've had this 3 years. This is the little replacing things. I got this at online or at a retail store. They're like 13, 14, 15 bucks. I've bought probably of each individual one in the last 3.5 years, maybe 12 of them. So that's like, I don't know, 15 bucks times 4, times 3, 4, yeah, that's math. 3 times 4 is 12. Not that much money. This thing I have had to buy nothing. I'll tell you the good about it and the little problems. This thing, one time, you know, this is to trim the corners or whatever you want to call them, the corners of your face, the little parts you can't get to. This broke on me. I had to pay, I think there was like a 2-year warranty. It was like 2 years and 6 months. I had to pay 43 bucks to replace it. That sucks. So watch out for that. They did tell me a really good trick though. This thing was getting like really clogged up. You can see down in there, that little hole. It was actually full of dirt. Well, I mean hair, really. So what they said to do when you get this, because this thing's expensive, it's like 250 bucks or something. I got it online for like 220. But like I say, you know, the cost of your razors just added up over the course of your lifetime. You can divide this by 3 years, and I mean, it's like dollars per month that I've been using this. Again, someone will correct me on the math, but it's really cheap to use, adding all the stuff I paid for it and the quickness, and I don't have to. I hate razors, anyways. Like, you know, the little razor blades. But yeah. So what they told me was, every time you use this, you can just run it under the water. You know, it just, you know, you can shake it out. It's no big deal. What I do is after I do it, I use this brush. Every time I do it, I just bang out all the stuff. And in here, sorry for the crappy lighting, I clean out everything in here. All the shavings every time. So I keep good care of it. And then what you do is when you click this thing in, it basically you've removed most of the hair trimmings. So when you pop it in here and you go to clean it, it's going to clean everything else that's left in it, and these things will last a lot longer. And when you're doing the trick where you don't leave it out, this thing will last for a long time. And then this thing will get even more clean, and this thing won't get clogged. Because when this thing gets clogged, this won't get clean, and what happens is the water, instead of going through that little hole down there, it builds up and it starts wearing on this stuff, wears it off. That's how you got that. The other issue, one time, you know, these two things, when you sit it in there, it connects to these two things, which when you plug it in, it charges it. So what happened was, it wasn't getting a connection, like at all. I thought I was gonna have to buy a brand new one of this, which probably means you're gonna have to buy the whole thing. What I did was I took this rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip, and I basically just took the Q-tip and the alcohol, and I started going at these things, and it ended up working. I mean, you can try that however you want if it ever happens to you, but it started one week. I kept doing that whenever it would do it. I thought it was the plug, but it wasn't, and then it just started working, so it works fine now. So this is what I use now. I don't mind paying higher for items if the cost of maintaining them and owning them is going to be really low, or if you like pay a lot of money for something, you know, a normal item that you pay a high amount of money, but you never have to pay for a replacement or anything again, which is pretty much hard to come by now because everything is made pretty cheaply, disposable. But you know, I like to take care of items. That's why I'm going to do a lot more videos on how to save money, different things that I do, and then I'd love to get your comments back on how you do it, because I like living frugally, and I like keeping most of the money I earn. I mean, who doesn't? So hopefully I'm not leaving a lot of stuff out. I can't tell you how long I've had this. I have probably 2 left in here. Yeah, there's 2 left. I probably bought this 3-pack at least two months ago. Most of the time you can just wash it with water, which it allows you. I mean, you're not going to wash this thing, you just wash. I don't ever really put it in there. I take the thing off. And so you got to figure 365 days times more than 3 for 3 years. I've been taking this thing on and off. I pretty much shave every day. Maybe one day I won't, but at least I'll shave the, you know, under my chin. But it's freaking really durable. And that last one, I think I had a Norelco too, and they just suck. The ones with the 3 circles, and they're supposed to spin, and then the head moves a little bit. They suck. I kept every 90 days or 6 months. I'd send it back, they'd send me a new one, it'd do the same thing. I'd have to buy the heads for $30. And this thing, I've only spent $43 on that, and I've spent, you know, $12-15 for these replacements, maybe every 9 months. So, I think if you bought a razor, you're buying those disposable ones, or even if you have a normal one, I'd love to find out what you do, because I'm sure there's probably a cheaper way that you've done it that I need to know about. So I'd love to see your posts or whatever. And that's about it. This is the best razor I've had in my life. And 3 years in a few months, it's pretty dang good for something like this, where barely anything I've had to pay to replace. This thing was probably a fluke. $43. Found an authorized repair. If it's within 2 years, they'll repair it for free. I didn't really want to do the swap out, you know, buy one. You know, got to keep it legit. And everything else, You know, just try to treat it as, you know, this is just plastic. Just treat it as delicate as possible. I've taken this on the road. It comes with this other, where is it? Comes with this carrying case deal. You know, just protect my investment. And then you protect your investment, it'll protect you. You know, you take good care of it, it'll take good care of you. It's got a brush in there, but I didn't like that brush. I used the one because I shaved my head too, with like one of those wall professional ones. Maybe I'll do a video on that. And I just use this. I just brush it out of there, rinse it under the sink, pop it in here, open this thing, press start. Probably 15-20 minutes later, it's clean. Press that button, put this bad boy back on. That's it. Kind of expensive to get into it, but it'll treat you good for the long run. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Peace out.